じて。
Alright, welcome back to another episode of my nighttime series, and I cannot begin to explain how important this episode is. This episode is gonna be me talking about 3 options for my first rank 5 6-star, because I pulled a Tech 4 to 5 gem, and there are a lot of options that I had, but I think I've narrowed it down to 3 options, so let's just not waste any time, let's get right into it. So as you can see in the thumbnail, my 3 main options are Dr. Octopus, Guardian, and Warlock. So let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about Dr. Octopus first, because he's probably the one that's like probably standing out the most. I've already praised this guy a ton. I praised him in one of my nighttime videos already, but I love this character a lot. He is a very good champion in my opinion. He has very strong utility, and the things that he does the best 100%. He is one of the greatest cheese characters in the entire game, and he's a very strong damage dealer. People really underestimate his damage output, but it is very, very good. He has really easy access to some heavy burst damage, and he has access to a massive SP2 detonate as well. He is a really good damage dealer. I feel like the damage at rank 5 is just going to be amazing. I feel like the damage output at rank 5 will make him viable for Battlegrounds, but it's mainly the fun aspect with Dr. Octopus. He is just so much fun to play. His animations are perfect. His SB2 is just so satisfying to fire off. His heavy attack is also really nice as well. His backstory is awesome. I like the villainous aspect of him, like the mad scientist aspect as well. But there are a couple issues with the Dr. Octopus rank up if I do commit to it. One, I feel like he isn't the most useful Alliance War attacker if I choose to go back into Alliance War. Right now I'm in like a really relaxed like Plat 4, Plat 3 alliance, but if I do decide to go back into like Masters or Plat 1, I feel like they wouldn't really want a rank 5 Dr. Octopus to use for attack, but who knows, maybe I can find a really cool alliance that like lets me use more niche attackers. That would be pretty fun. Additionally, he has almost no defensive capabilities at all. He is not a good defender in the slightest, and his prestige is pretty bad, but to be honest, I'm like over prestige. I just do not care about prestige anymore, so that's not really a big reason. So I guess the biggest thing that's holding me back is that he is like a really one-sided character. He is a very strong attacker, but he is not a good defender at all. So like in Battlegrounds, that might hurt a bit. But besides that, he is looking like the clear winner right now. But now let's talk about another contender, and his name is Guardian. Now, I think Guardian is just broken. I think he's just a broken tech champion. His utility is amazing. His damage output is just stupid. His damage output is bonkers, man. He has such fast access to damage output. At rank 5, he's just going to be a monstrous damage dealer. He's going to just be an MVP in Battlegrounds for me. And I feel like in Battlegrounds, he also has some defensive use as well. So he's a pretty good dual threat, especially at rank 5. He's going to be like quite a monster. So yeah, he looks like a really good contender when it comes to usefulness. A couple of issues though. One issue is sometimes he feels really, really boring and slow to play, especially when he doesn't have any synergies. So like in Battlegrounds, I feel like he'll be a bit boring. But that kind of gets solved with his one ability where he can like block to gain power from like special attacks. But it just depends on the special attack, it's really good for like projectiles, but like in regular special attacks, like melee based ones, it doesn't become as useful. So that's like my one issue. I feel like sometimes he can be like a bit boring, but besides that, he is an absolute monster, and he's such a cool character as well. Like I love his Canadian suit. It's really awesome. I'm not from Canada, but I can still appreciate it. His animations are super clean. His SB2 is so fun to fire off. But yeah, I love Guardian a ton. I would easily rank him up, but it's just like the other 2 options are also really good. So I'm just like struggling really hard, man, because I love all these characters so much. But yeah, Guardian, good prestige as well. So if I do decide to care about that, it's there. He seems to be really good in war attack as well. Like I've seen a lot of Guardians be used in war. Maybe not for the next like Alliance War tactic, but just there will come a time where he's going to be a very strong attacker. So yeah, things are looking good for Guardian. He is looking like there's a lot of reason to take him up. But now let's talk about the last option, who is Warlock. Now, he wasn't really an option at first. I think the number 3 spot would have gone to Sam Wilson originally. But Warlock is just so much fun. He is a lot of fun to play. However, I'm just not a fan of the damage output. I just do not like the damage output. At rank 5, it should be solved, so that's another like reason to rank 5 him. But besides that, I don't know. I just like a lot of damage with my characters, and Warlock just doesn't really offer that. But he is so much fun to play. His animations are beautiful. Whoever designed his like animations, good job, because they are the most beautiful animations I've ever seen. I love like how his body changes color when he goes into his special attacks. It is just really beautiful. I love his backstory as well, just like a robot trying to make friends, and he like befriends the mutant class. So yeah, just really awesome stuff with Warlock. Of course, everyone knows just how busted this champion is when it comes to utility. He has so much utility. He's so reliable at what he does. His signature ability is great for Battlegrounds defense, and I do have him at SIG 40 already, so I just need to pump him some SIGs and I'll be fine. But, yeah, pretty good reasons to take up Warlock, especially because it helps his damage output. But he seems a bit basic, but to be honest, at this point in the game, I feel like so many people are going to take up Nimrod over Warlock, to where Warlock isn't really a basic rank up anymore. I feel like Nimrod is the new basic rank up. Ghost is still really basic as well. Infamous Iron Man, oh my god, dude. Everyone's going to take up that guy. Like, everyone and their mother is going to rank up Infamous Iron Man. I'm not on the Infamous Iron Man train. I think he's a bit overrated already. But yeah, when it comes to like fun factor, I feel like Warlock and Dr. Octopus win that. When it comes to like overall utility and damage output, I think I'm going to give it to Guardian, to be honest. I think he's such a busted champion when it comes to damage. Like, that damage is fast and it is strong, man. But Dr. Octopus is just an underrated utility beast, and I would love to like showcase him at rank 5 just to like show what he does. But I want all these guys at rank 5, man. Like, when I first got a tech gym, I was like, okay, this can go to Sam Wilson. But now Sam Wilson is kind of like on the back burner. He's so much fun to play, but I feel like I've just like played enough of him already. I've like barely played with Guardian and Warlock and Dr. Octopus, so I would just like love to explore these new characters and like see what they can do. But yeah, really tough times here trying to decide my first rank 5. You can ask like any of my friends and they'll tell you that I am the worst at making decisions because I take forever to make them. My like 4 through 6 rank 4s, I was on a call with my friends for like 2 hours deciding them, and yeah, that was just like, I felt really bad for them. But yeah, this rank 5, I'm gonna do it tonight. I've decided that I'm gonna do it tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Like, that's why I made this video, so I can like talk and vent and just like see how much I love these characters when I like talk about them. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up this episode. Let me know your thoughts on who I should rank 5. Just keep in mind, I have the final say. It's my account, it's my gem, but I am interested to see your opinions because I will gladly like take them into account. But yeah, just keep in mind, the final call is mine. And yeah, hopefully I can make a decision that I will not regret. I'm not going to look for the best character. I'm looking for the character that I'll enjoy the most, you know? And yeah, that's about it for me.